Okay, so we're in motor babbling, and motor babbling is a way of coming into your body as if for the first time. So this is permission to play on this body level as if you're just learning how your body works. And it could be, I've had people think, oh, well, I come in, and I don't know how to move anything. So I'm this awkward thing. But you could imagine that you're coming into a system that is already highly intelligent and highly skilled. So you're just unlocking the skills of your own system. So we're going to use a few different breaths. We're going to use some ideas. But not only we can imagine, are we learning how to let our body sort of babble like a child would babble? So we're learning how our body moves, but we're also kind of becoming familiar with the space around us. So it's not just an internal experience, but it's an internal with external experience. So we're going to come into that. The other thing to say is that everything that I offer is just an offering. You can do something completely different the whole time if you want to. Um, just let the things that feel good land and play with that. And don't feel like you have to follow all of my guidance all the time. Maybe you will. Maybe you'll find something really interesting to explore, and then you just can do your own thing. Um, so, we're going to start with some different breath sounds. And these breath sounds are mostly from the work of Emily Conrad. It's a system called continuum movement. Emily Conrad, Susan Harper, a bunch of other people have worked on this. And these breath sounds are different than like doing pranayama or doing Wim Hof or Tim's work, where these breath sounds, you just want to let it last as long as it feels good. And then when you are ready, you're going to inhale again. So the first sound that we're going to work with is called the theta breath. It's like a very soft hiss coming from your tongue behind your teeth. And it lasts as long as you want to exhale. And then when you feel like you want to inhale, inhale again. So we're not trying to override our body ever. We're trying to just come into the experience of being in our body, with our body, in this non objectified version of being. So we're not looking at our body from the outside like, this is too big, this is too small, I want to fix that. Oh, if only this was like this, and oh, maybe I can heal that. We're not doing that at all. We're just coming in from what are the experiences on the silent level, and what does it feel like, and does it want to move? So we're offering our nervous system this chance to downregulate with the theta breath. So because we're slowing the exhale, but we're letting micro movement arrive in our system in any way that feels good. And we're kind of going to bang through this today since we're only doing an hour with a lot of information. Don't feel like you have to remember any of it. That is squeaky deaky, just coming in to explore the space. There's another kitty that is a Manx cat. So if you see a cat with no tail, do not be discouraged. She was born that way. Like, from the Isle of Man. She's not, but her breed is. So we'll start with the theta breath. You're going to invite your head tail connection, so this imaginary space from the crown of your head down through your pelvis, to just free up a little bit as we're in there. So micro movement may happen, maybe it won't, but we're inviting in this sense of wave movement into our system. Wave movement, and once we start to motor babble, we'll have like some tentacle movement. But we could think of this as motor babbling from the central channel, from your spinal cord out, just to start. And we'll do this for a couple of minutes. I'm going to put original sound on so you can hear me. All right, starting with a soft hiss. Eyes can be closed or open. Inviting yourself into your experience, inviting all of yourselves that may be out in the world, just calling them back in, just to be here in this moment right now with you, your cells, your CELLS, and your selves, your SELVESs, all back into the moment. And that theta breath can kind of be like really gentle steam releasing from a radiator, kind of allowing the system to just soften, like you're taking the pressure valve off and letting it just open up. Inviting yourself into the sensations of being in your body on that silent level. Allowing your gut body to relax, freeing up your gut body so it's not clamped or clenched if possible. And one way to sometimes help relax something is just to move it a little. If you can feel, oh, I'm gripping, okay, maybe I can move just a little bit, let that little area or that big area, whatever, hydrate the inner body sliding and slipping against itself so things aren't locked up and squeezed in. We're taking off the corset. We're taking off the backpack of other people's expectations of us. We're taking off our own backpack of perfectionism, and we're coming into this more childlike, free flow way of experiencing our own body. Couple more theta breaths. Inviting in the intelligence, the sort of elemental intelligence that's in your body, the intelligence of the water that's in your body, the intelligence of the earthy fibrousness of your body, the part of you that connects to the planet, the part of you that connects to gravity, the intelligence of the breath wave coming and going, and the intelligence of the fire of your spirit, which is even like your nervous system information moving through your body on that nervous system level. We want to invite it in and sort of awaken some freedom in that part of our body. So maybe there are things that we have really learned well to inhibit, we're inviting them to free up a little bit. But with the knowledge that if we start to let this flow open up, we can still slow it down and shut it down if we need to. So it's not like, oh my God, it got free and then I couldn't stop. It's not like that. We can stop anytime. We've learned really well how to calm things down. So we can always stop the system from going wherever it's going to go. If it's going kind of bonkers, like if kriyas are starting to happen, don't let them be too exciting. Let them just be easy. And you can be in any relationship to gravity, standing, seated, laying down, anything that feels good to you. So we're going to switch to another breath. And this breath is a sound. It's going to be an ooh sound. And it doesn't matter how the sound is. We're not training to sing at the Met. We're just letting breath move through our mouth with our lips kind of in a circle. And we're going to focus, allowing our movement to focus on the front and back space. So we're going to go with this ooh. And I'm overtoning a little because I'm letting my tongue free up in there. You could think of like an eel inside of a coral reef, just experiencing, am I going to go out? Am I going to come back? And with the ooh sound, start to let your body, like let your arms reach into the front and back space, or even body coming forward, body going back. So we're starting to experience that sagittal dimension, forward and backward, not only with the sound, but also with our movement. Even if it's just a little motion forward, a little motion back, or reaching out to your camera, reaching into the back space, however it feels interesting, coming familiar with the ooh sound and with forward backwardness in any way. So we're opening our bodies to experience space by experiencing space. You have these arms, you've just discovered them. What can they do? Where can they go? And they can go beyond forward, backward, but we're just opening into the forward, backward. Very much the I'm going to do it, I'm not going to do it. Decision making, the will. If judgment is coming into your system or resistance, resistance is intelligence, right? Resistance is like maybe you need to go slow or be safe. So always allow that, notice that. But if you've got judgment, let him sit over in the chair over there. Don't give it your attention. Be like, nope, I'm going to play. I don't need you. We're going to be in this experience just for fun. We're going to switch it to E, and the E, we're going to experience the wideness, like a big smile, and the sideness. So the E, we can connect to the horizontal plane, and it'll just be like E, reaching from side to side. You could also cross midline. E, opening and then closing with the E sound. And if it feels uncomfortable to go with a vocal sound, you can also do it like a he with just the breath. E, widening and getting very expansive, narrowing and coming back in. We could think of this horizontal plane, if we include the whole front, backwards, and side, this horizontal plane as very much the sharing and caring plane. Like I am in here to share information and also to receive your energy and to receive you. We're gathering and scattering in this horizontal plane, which is very much the we plane, like the table plane, the oh, the round table where we're all in it together. So experiencing that horizontal plane as this place of being where we're in it together. And we can play with the E sound just a little bit more. E. One more step of that is when we look around, when we turn our head from side to side, when we pan the environment, pan the horizon, we're giving our brainstem the information that we're safe. So, or safe enough. Nothing is in our immediate, no immediate danger. So I can come into myself a little bit more. I'm safe enough. So just taking in the environment, not as a to-do list, but as shapes and colors and light and shadow forms around you. And if it's possible that where you can see far away, like if you can see out a window or through to another room, give yourself that long range vision as well as the close range vision. So you're just taking in all of this space. We'll just play with that for one more breath. And then we'll go into the vertical, the up and down. And you could do this standing, you can do it seated, but feeling into the up and downness of your body so that there's this place very high, connecting up to the heavens, connecting to the skies, and then down below you, connecting to the earth. So we've got this, we can reach up or take it down. And we're just playing in the space in any way that feels interesting. And with this, we're going to do an ah sound. So with the ooh, the breath was really moving forward, back, or into that forward, backward space. With the E, we were really in the horizontal. With the ah, we're really opening to find the vertical. So we're ah. Can be very gentle in the way you open and close your jaw. And again, no judgment on the sound coming out. We're just letting your mouth have some freedom, vibrating the tissue with the vocal sound. And if it feels uncomfortable to be noisy or to make a vocal sound, you could also do feeling into the up and downness with that ah sound. Ah, Monica Lou, nice to see you. Just coming into, we're just starting to play with this up and downness of the body with an ah sound, moving up and down in any way that feels good. You could even try high to low in your pitch, like ah. So you can use, and again, don't worry about being a good singer. We're just letting breath through and we're playing with that. You could pretend you're an opera singer for fun, not, or maybe you are an opera singer, but let yourself just have this as an experience, not as a to do right. Up and down with the ah, 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 and feeling where those sounds vibrate in your body. So feeling if they vibrate. I just muted you, but you're nice to see you. So we're just playing with the sound, but now let's start to play with all three sounds. So we did ah as the up and down, e as the side side, and ooh as the forward backward. If it's possible to remember that and stay present with those things, you can, but you don't have to. You could also do ooh and go up or e and go forward, backward. Let yourself free flow with it. So starting to come into this idea of motor babbling where there's some freedom in how you play with the space. And you can also go into all three spaces at the same time. I'm going right forward high, left forward high. I'm using all three dimensions in one way. So we're allowing our body to start to open up into this space. And will just give us a little bit more time to play with vocal sound so that we're getting the vibration of the fluids in our bodies with this breath play, with this breath and sound play. Inhaling whenever you need to, taking resting breaths whenever you need to. I'm actually going to stand up for this. You could be laying on the floor doing it. So we're just playing with the 6 directions. If you want to include yourself in the middle of that, there are 7 directions, the one going into you. But we're breaking the rules as well. But we let a little bit of sound into this and giving yourself freedom to be learning what movement is. It's as if you've landed in this body for the first time. The motor babbling idea comes from babies learning motor skills or like babbling, like vocal babbling, but this is movement babbling. But it also comes from machine learning, like robots learn how to do something by repeating movement in an area until they gain the skill. So inviting in this idea of motor babbling as we explore those directions with a little bit of sound. Ooh. Resting breaths anytime. Inviting in this childish free flow into your body. So tension blocks sensation and tension blocks flow. So we're letting any little micro tensions that we've been holding on to just have some more spaciousness, have some more freedom. And you're free to go away from your body or come into your body. So radiating out energy, light, receiving energy and light, like almost like your body is a star and you're experiencing your star-like nature, right? They say we are all made of stardust. So tuning into the stardust in your body, and the stardust is not judgmental, I guarantee you that. The stardust wants you to shine. So feel free to lean into that place. And we can also take our spine off of vertical, like our spine can babble. How does my spine be a spine? What can this group of bones with a nervous system routed through it and a bunch of discs, what can it do? Not like, oh, I can arch and curl, I can do my cat cow, but how else can it move? I mean, it can cat cow. It can do lateral flexion and extension. It can spiral. But what if we mix those all up and just invite in this like elemental free flow as our whole system gets a chance to motor babble? No goal here. The only goal is to be intimate with your own experience. And I'm going to add music and drop a few more ideas in. So this music is called Ambient Fields. It's a friend of mine, and it's all guitar. Well, it's guitar with effects made in Iceland because we need that. It's spacious. So letting yourself in this babbling play with spirals, like we can play with the nature of water, whirlpools, trickles, rivulets, whirlpools, eddies, water fountains, waterfalls. If I was learning my system as a body of water, what would I learn? And we are bodies of water. And our water definitely knows the gravitational pull of the earth, right? Our water helps us sense up and down. Oh, right. If you don't feel like you're a dancer, it's okay. All you have to be is a mover, right? And we're all movers. Even our breath is movement. So this doesn't have to be any kind of dance. It's an exploration of the space and the possibilities within our body. And if it starts to feel too destabilizing, feel free to go to the bathroom, get a drink of water, lay down on the floor, come back to the theta breath, the soft hiss. One way to play with this space around us, not getting stuck in the 6 directions, but we could imagine that we're radiating outwards and coming back. I'm reaching and I'm returning, going into the outer world, coming back to the inner world. And inviting the part of yourself that is always present, your awareness, your sort of awake awareness, the part of you that was born on the planet and has been with you the whole time, inviting that part of your awareness into the experience. Or it's always there anyway, just noticing that it's there. So we played with this water body. Let's play a little bit with the air body. What if we were just made of the lightness of air? And we do have oxygen flowing through our system, right, in our blood. See if you can tune to that lightness of air. We can also tune to the rising and falling of our breath, this natural growing and shrinking that's happening on a cellular level and on a lung level as we breathe. So cellular breathing. And we're moving within the air, right? The air is surrounding us. The air is going into us. The air is going back out of us. Can we tune to that lightness and presence? Our body of air, where movement may be very effortless. Feeling the vitality that the air brings to us, but also how the air connects to our fluid system, right? Like we breathe in, the blood from our lungs comes back into our heart, feeds our heart, and then it moves around our body. The arterial flow goes out to the very capillary edges of our bodies and then returns in the venous flow, taking away the CO2, right? And we're nourishing our body and then eliminating the waste. And in this little babbling moment of figuring it out, could be very tiny. We could feel into that system, our nervous system, our blood flow, that's traveling through our fascia, traveling out to the edges and returning. This very juicy fluid system that's carrying the oxygen and returning the CO2. Right, so the heart and lungs are deeply interwoven in their in their work together in our bodies. And also our lungs are hugging our heart. And our heartbeat is in turn touching into our lungs, right? These two systems that are up here in our chest, behind our lungs. So it may be interesting to also come into some self touch, just feeling your body with your hands. What does it feel like? Letting go of the image of our body and feeling the sensation of our body. What is it like to have a body from the inside and from the outside, right? Oh, I can feel the way my body feels under my hand has nothing to do with what it looks like. So kind of like a skin level aura wash. Let's turn off the Slack. Yeah. And then since we've sort of played with the water and we've played with the air, let's also play with the earth-like quality of our body. So like our bones, our fascia, the fibrous parts of our body, also the parts of our body that are really well organized. We could think of how our bones move in relationship to each other, how they stabilize and adjust in coordination with our tendons and ligaments, which are the more earthy part of our soft tissues. But feeling into the joints, feeling into the density and strength of the bone body. And maybe in that bone body, there's even some ancestral memory. What do you know in your bones? Is there a way to come into the bones with curiosity? What's going on? The bone body, the bones are deeply woven with our immune system. A lot of the lymphocytes are created, the lymphatic cells are created in the bones, and those are all detoxifiers. So feeling into those bones, maybe with some gratitude. Whatever kind of bones you have are good bones. Just feeding the bone body with some movement and some curiosity. How are they interrelating the big bones of the pelvis, your ribs, your cranium, these big bony structures containing organs? How do they interrelate and intermove? Just freeing the flow, the bone flow, the flow of the bone body. And the fibrous body. And if you feel like getting down on the floor, feel free to do that too. Bones love rolling around on the floor, and so does the fascia. But I'm actually going to get down there. You are welcome to get down or not. Really, if wherever you are, feel free to continue whatever exploration feels good. But coming into the sort of fire body, the electricity, the heat of your body, right? We know we're alive because we're pumping blood, and that is stimulated by electrical impulse, right? We know we're alive because we can feel sensation in our body, our nervous system. We can feel the movement of our fascia, but the nervous system, like those messages moving through our body, are like electrical currents, like a kind of fire. So letting yourself babble. You don't need to know anything here. Just freeing up the flow of your nervous system and this fire element. And the fire element could be like fireworks, explosive, exciting, but it could also be like the slow waves of heat, the burning embers of a fire that's burnt most of its material out. Now it's just the coals or just the last bit. So, or it could be the flickering flame of a candle. Tuning into that fire energy and letting it play, letting it discover itself, letting go of the concepts about it and just being in the experience of it. Offering yourself kindness in this place, right? The heart of the world, the heart of all of us connected with some compassion and kindness. Uh-oh, there's something going on in the other room, and it sounds like a cat doing something bad. Kindness for the little cat systems of my house. Also imagining with the connection to fire, that the fire can just gently burn away any kind of sticky residue that may not be helpful for you to have in your system. Let the fire just burn away whatever you're ready to let go of. It might be an old crusty idea about yourself or about the world, some kind of assumption that you've made or some judgment. Letting yourself just bask in the warmth of the fire and offering to it anything you need to let go of. Oh, I've been struggling with this thing. I'm just going to put it in the fire. Let the spirit of the fire receive it. And so, with this motor babbling and with this type of sort of inquiry practice, we're offering our system kind of a novel experience, but the idea of the possibility of things being different, right? Like we're decrustifying ourselves and allowing more spaciousness into our experience, decrustifying, letting ourselves shed this old skin and move into a skin that feels better, that has more spaciousness for us, more room for our expression, more room for our divinity, more room for our heart space, more room for our gut body intuition, and more room for our like awake awareness and intelligence that's connected to everything that's going on, without taking in or taking on all the troubles of the world or the people around you, just allowing your own system to have some space. What does it feel like to nourish on this elemental level, right? By just giving awareness and attention to the elements and this potential freedom of our bodies. Slowing down and pausing anytime. allowing the breath wave to just come and go as easy as possible. No extra work. And your explorations can take place in any relationship to gravity. As we're in there, just ask yourself every once in a while, can I go deeper into this experience? Into the silent level of the experience and sensation. Is there anything to surrender here into the fire or into the air or into the water? Is there anything to surrender? Coming back into sensation, into the awareness of the deep, deep intelligence of your human body, of your living, breathing body. Letting go as much as possible of any need to people please, or I just have to do this because these other people say that I do, or this is the way. Maybe it's not the way for you. Maybe there's another way. Maybe there is a gentle, kind way for you. Which isn't to say be a total mush. Sometimes we need to do some hard things, right? Train ourselves to be able to stand some strong, challenging things. But we're not doing it to hurt ourselves, right? We're doing it to give ourselves some resilience. Because the challenging things are going to come up in our life no matter how well protected we are. Things will happen. And at the end of the day, can we be with ourselves? Can we be with ourselves as all the things are happening? Can we be kind and accept ourselves? Sometimes the hardest thing to face is yourself, your own judgment. Yeah, let the judge go sit in the corner. You don't have to banish them. They can stay in the room. You just don't give them your attention. Inviting in a sense of coherence into your system so that your guts, your heart, your hormones, your mind are all working together for your health, working together for kindness in your system, working for resilience, working for capacity and potential, right? Your own potential, not other people's potential, the potential within, so that there's opening into maybe things and ideas you've never seen before. like letting your eyes open to the world in new ways, letting your babbling receive the world in ways that may be new, curious, playful. Not really concerned with the binary of this is right and this is wrong, but concerned with the aliveness of your experience. Trusting that your body deeply already knows what's right and wrong. We don't need to make huge judgments about anything. Coming back into your own body mind system as a warm and resourceful place, a place that supports and nourishes you being here on the planet now. Which doesn't mean you have to be perfect. And the movement can be weird and ugly and creepy, or fluid and spirally and dynamic, however feels interesting. I'm going to turn off the music and give us a couple of minutes to just come into your own experience. You can stay moving, you can keep still moving however you want to. Just giving your body mind system, or the organic biomorphic process that is you in this body, giving it a chance to process the processing a little bit. If it was yoga class, we'd be in shavasana. But in this, we can just be in some kind of open awareness. Maybe there is still wave-like motion moving through you. Maybe there are still tentacle moves. Maybe there is still exploration.